Play a club or play a heart.
My turn?
Yep, your turn. But, oh,
Have another.
who threw that 4?
Oh my God, really? I think that's me.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, was it?
I pay attention.
It was a trap and you fell for it.
It's a trap.
You've been watching Boba
Better
Fett.
put something higher.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Well, that was a fun night out with the guys. A little bit of hearts and crazy eights. And, well, it's 11 o'clock at night, 11:30. It was later than I thought it was going to be. But sometimes that happens. And I haven't had a chance really to get out for a while. It's super cold right now. I think it's like, well, it's been -8, really windy. It's kind of whiteout conditions on the way out. Gotta love Minnesota in January. Just about ready to head out and head somewhere south. And lucky for me, things at the house are drifting. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it gets to April, May before I know it. Well, it's a new weekend and we're heading into Manorville, which is a neighboring community, for breakfast. It's actually the same place that I was playing cards last night. A little bit of crazy eights, and at the end, my favorite game, some hearts. So we'll see. The snow is blowing across 14 here. It's making it pretty slippery. So I'm gonna focus on driving. Well, I'm waiting for lunch and had a good gathering with a group of friends this morning, and it's just a good reminder of how important good friends are. Last night had a great time playing hearts with the gang, and this morning my friend Tracy made his famous biscuits and gravy, and it feels pretty good. We got some good work done this morning as well. Heading back to the house, might do some radio work, and definitely have a presentation to work on. So I'll be doing a presentation on self-improvement. And I've actually been thinking about maybe putting together one of those presentations and sharing them in the channel. We'll see. Well, this is one of her favorite activities. She likes to steal my hats. Taryn, can I have my hat back, please? And you can see that she likes to flip the hat. Flip, flip. Come on, can I have my hat back, please? No. I think my daughter Taryn has a little bit of a Oreo problem. What is she up to? Pack a day?
No.
Yikes. Amanda,
What?
do I need more stuff?
No.
No more stuff? What should I do with my stuff?
Donate it.
Donate it. I was waiting for a snarky comment like stick it up your It's Friday. And I got this. I got kind of pulled into this whole junk drawer fad. And this is supposed to be filled with a bunch of vintage stuff. And there was one thing in here that particularly caught my attention. And I'm sure many of you are like, just what he needs. More junk. And I get it. My plan is to go grab the thing I saw. Hopefully we'll find some other treasures. And the things that I don't want, I'm going to start putting in a jar. My grandma used to have like a jar full of old buttons. And As part of my exercise regime, I'm hoping to get back to geocaches. So I can leave these in geocaches, or I can just share it with my friends and see if there are any of these trinkets they're interested in. It's kind of spilled out of the bag a little bit. I think the listing said miscellaneous stuff. So hopefully this isn't too long. I already see this, and that's a belt buckle. I'm gonna pass on that. There it is. That's the one that caught my eye. Okay, so this ended up being my treasure bin, and I have a lot of cufflinks that were picked out and some tie bars. My favorite being one that had some red stones, very thin 50s like. Cool setup. Also, I had to keep this, I think it's called Good Sam. This is a camping club, and this is set up so I can use it as a vest extender on my motorcycle. There were just a couple. There are Masonic pins, so I kept those. Loved this Traveler Shandy keychain with a bottle opener. So we'll find these for that. Kind of looks almost steampunk or Teddy Roosevelt. Had to keep that. I don't know if I'll keep these or not. I do some jewelry work, and those were kind of cool. Be good for necklaces. I was fascinated looking up the Barnstormers. I'm not a big belt buckle fan, but I thought that could go out on the wall, out in the bike barn. There was a vintage Tucson button, and I couldn't let this go. I even went through paring things down twice, and this stayed. There's a redstone ring with an eagle on either side. I don't know when I would wear this, but my younger self would have thought this was a treasure, so I had to keep that. There's a bunch of these old collectible spoons, and I have them out. I don't think I'll keep them, other than maybe putting them in a shadow box and seeing if I don't have a friend that might want them. There was a centennial pin, and I just started putting these quarters aside thinking they might get collectible, so this would be good to put with them. There were several button covers in this drawer. I kept this one. It kind of reminded me of some of the art that we saw in Arizona. Had to keep this. And more sentimental value. This reminded me a lot of that whale on Route 66, so I wanted that for my motorcycle vest. And then there's just some other various odds and ends. Swiss Army knife that I found, I guess. This is kind of cool. This is an Air Force Challenge coin. That'll go in my Challenge coin set. And a rosary. I was going to look this up. This is a 5-star button, and I don't know if this is significant of any kind of order or not. And likely, and also there's this American Eagle with shield, and it says GS. I'm not sure what the GS stands for. I was going to look for that too. The one spoon I am likely to keep is I dig this. I think, again, I'm going to look it up, but I think this is like a tea or a coffee spoon, And then you can hang that on the lip of your cup. And those are the big items of note. I don't think there's anything else really. I can almost pare down to just this, and I've got some other odds and ends. But these are the big pieces that I found that I thought made the junk drawer worthwhile. This one, this will be kept as a special present that will make its way to somebody. It's beautiful. There's the jar of the stuff I didn't keep. So there's a good amount. So what am I gonna do? Well, there's a bunch that already went with my daughter. There were things she saw that she thought was cool. But I'll get these to other people some way, somehow, and see if I can't get them used so they don't go into a landfill. Some of you might be asking, is this worth $40? And as I said earlier, it was cheap entertainment for a Friday night. Kind of reminded me a lot of going through my grandparents' junk drawers as a kid and pulling out little treasures, and I liked that. Like I said, I probably don't need more stuff, and I'm sure I'll whittle this down to, I know for sure I'll keep the Masonic pins, and I know for sure I'll keep the cufflinks and tie bars because I use those. The other stuff may or may not stay. I'm really certain there's got to be 15 or 20 little silver-plated spoons I'm sure I won't keep, but it might be fun to do something with them, even if I put them in a shadow box and take them over to Goodwill so somebody else can enjoy. Why are we going to Hy-Vee? Because Fairway's closed, but we definitely got to get a car wash. What do you think, T? I'll make you famous. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Let's see. I'm starting to get ready for bike trips coming up in the spring. There are a couple of things I picked up. I thought it would be nice to have a mini butane torch in each of my bikes. These were on sale for, I want to say, like $5 or $6. I don't know if they're worth a hoot, but just a little butane propane torch for dealing with shrink tube for any wiring type needs in the bike. And then these are kind of cute. They're little lanterns that have sides that can come out and be hung, and additionally there's little magnets here for sticking it on the side of things. It's got a light at the end, lights on the side, and it might be hard to show one-handed, but the other super cool thing about these lights on the side is they fold out. So if you're working under the hood of a car or next to a bike, that looks like a pretty cool deal. Amanda's sleeping and I'm just doing some housework and things like this, and you saw me go through, or you will see me go through, some of the junk drawer that I picked up. Here's a little fun thing I've been working on to help with when I decide to have myself a little glass of bourbon. Special little ice cube tray. Yeah, it might be a little morbid. It's a skull, but I'll be real curious to see what this ends up looking like. It should fill up the entire tumbler. So I got 4 of those bad boys on ice. I'm looking forward to seeing how they turn out. Another Amazon special. He did have a name. He was my friend. Robert Paulson was his name. It's cold outside. It's winter. It's Minnesota. And you know I'm making soup. And I splurged a little bit and did ramen with some of my vegetables and such. And it's a new Korean ramen, and you know you're in big trouble when the broth is red. So we'll see how hot this turns out to be. Just in case, we'll pour a little bit of my favorite New York seltzer, not a sponsor. Been drinking this since I was a little kid. Way better than soda. pretty though. Gotta admit that the vegetables with that red broth looks pretty delicious. All right, this broth looks like blood, and it is hot. But it's decent, it's good, but it's hot. That's all the time we have for today. I know, again, I was around in different subject matters, but I've been told by friends that they enjoy seeing all the various things that we go through. And I did actually stick a key in a bike today and did some organization. You'll see the bike soon. I wanted to take just a moment and actually talk about the new Harley lineup, and I thought that I was going to keep all my bikes, and now I'm not so sure. There's actually a new one in the lineup that I want to test drive. I'll definitely do that and get that on the channel. Not going to tell you which one it is, but there is one in the new lineup that might dethrone one of the bikes that I currently have. And so more to come with that. I got to call up the dealers and see if any of them have the particular model that I'm interested in. So there were some new baggers, new street glides, new road glides, a couple new models of Softail, Softail Low S and Softail Low ST. And I won't tell you which one of those has my attention, but it is one of those. In the meantime, my friends, I hope life is treating you super well. And remember, see the beautiful things that are around you every day.